Hello and welcome to the 28th edition of the World HRD Congress. Like every year, this year too, the theme of the World HRD Congress is Building Happiness at the Workplace. Experts from all over the globe participated and exchanged their ideas on how to boost happiness at the workplace.
World HRD Congress is in the 28th edition. Of all the themes, we chose building happiness at workplace. Happy employees, happy companies, happy people, happy productivity, happy bottom line. Building happiness at workplace is not just a cliche, it's a reality. More than anything else, if you want your bottom line to be healthy, your people have to be happy, your people have to be healthy. Unless and until that can happen, nothing is going to change. So, what is crucial is how we can build happiness at workplace and the manner in which we can build happiness at workplace. That is crucial. If that works right, most organizations and its leaders will build a workplace filled with transparency, trust, and their ability to transform any challenges and adversity into a real smooth happening.
World HRD Congress was inaugurated by stalwarts and experts from all over the globe. Dignitaries focused on how the workplace can be transformed into a happy environment. At this August gathering, a book was launched about the most talented HR leaders. Dr. R.L. Bhatia focused on the importance of the training and development programs in an organization. To encourage and motivate the attendees, World HRD Congress organized special sessions on various relevant topics.
The crucial thing about HR is not just human resources. For example, training and development. It's so crucial that if you don't have a super specialization in training and development or learning and development, you are not a complete HR team. Also, if you don't have anything to do with coaching, you're not a great leader. So there's a special session on coaching. There's a special session on HR technology. There's a special session on mental health. Because if the mental health is not right, nothing is right in an organization.
Swami Mukundananda focused on the role of HRD and appreciated the World HRD Congress for their work of bringing society under one roof to exchange ideas.
Human Resource Development, or HRD, is the process of enhancing competencies of people. This new branch of managerial science focuses on the development of human beings. And that is why it engenders hope, optimism, and positivity to all of us. The World HRD Congress, which brings the focus of people on the importance on the field of human resource development, which encourages the professionals in this field and helps nurture the knowledge for development of human beings, is a blessing upon our civilization.
The 3 days of World HRD Congress covered many topics on the current HR ecosystem. As per the theme, Building Happiness at the Workplace, Henry Stewart, founder and Chief Happiness Officer of Happy Limited, who says his full-time work is to build happiness in companies, shared 3 key tips to keep the workplace happy.
We got an happiness expert from United Kingdom who's speaking. He says his full-time job is to build happiness in companies. So you must ask him why and what he does to make companies happy, and why is he reached out to companies that choose to be happy. We also have coaching experts who are talking about coaching and creating a nourishing environment. So every expert has a manner and a way by which they conduct the business. Every expert. And each expert's contribution towards the business is iconic. So therefore, what you see today will be those who create iconization in business.
Hopefully, in some of your organizations, too many managers think their role is to be the expert, to tell people what to do, to make the decisions. Yeah? That's not the role. The role is to build confidence, ask questions, help people find their own solutions. I, for the last 2 years, have made no decisions. I'm boss of my company, but I've made no decisions. And we have gone from flatlining to huge growth. Because what has happened is people on the front line who know what the situation is, who know the customer, they're making the decisions. Yeah? So if you're a manager, think about that. Think about making no decisions for 3 months, maybe. Yeah? Think about stepping back and letting your people decide, and instead of telling them what to do, asking them questions, helping them find their own solution. Would you like the 3 key tips that I would give? Yeah? So, number 1, get people to do what they're great at. Crazy, radical idea, eh? Number 2, give them the freedom to do it well. And these go together. If somebody's no good at what they're doing, then yeah, maybe not a good idea to give them lots of freedom. But if they're great at it, just step out of the way. And number 3, what's the role of the manager? To be a good coach. Absolutely.
Rahul Goyal, MD of ADP India, focused on how HR has evolved over time. He also answered a few questions on how to handle the day-to-day intricacies of HR.
A couple of years back, they used to talk about next-gen technology. Now it's become now-gen. Evolution of work, industrial relation, digitization, how to manage millennials, Gen Y, automation, gig economy, you name it. We are inundated with so many things. We are always under constant change. And this really overwhelms us.
You've done away with the performance review. So when the strengths is communicated, it's sent directly to everyone on their laptops or...
Yeah, so people like when, it was a revolution, right? So I said, hey, okay, one more assessment test. And I had my strength known, like stimulator, and I get a quick, easy report as well. And what I saw was people start writing their strengths. They started publicizing their strength, right? So for example, there are teachers, there are connectors. So there are 9 strengths, right? So there's a primary strength and there's a secondary strength. So in an email signature, I will say, Rahul Goyal, this, my contact numbers, and I say, hey, I'm a stimulator and I'm a creator, right? So the entire world around me, the ecosystem also knows, hey, you know what? I'm talking to Rahul, who is a stimulator, right? I'm talking to Shilpa, who is a connector, right? And therefore, we can connect, we build an ecosystem of ourselves, right?
You talked about strengths only, but how to remove weaknesses of people, that should be aware of it and how it is taken care of.
Exactly, this is the point. So we are not talking about the weaknesses at all. And say, hey, we should talk about how do we build strength culture, not to work on the improvements and the weaknesses and stuff like that. So that's a dark side for us, we just don't look at it.
At this illustrious gathering, the very best of HR leaders were felicitated and honored.
I'd like to invite Dr. Sanjay Muthal and Mr. GP Rao on stage, please, sir. Mohit Saxena, Head HR for Nabha Power. May I request Dr. Arora to step up on stage, please, sir. Pooja Bansal, the AVP for Corporate HR of Piaggio Vehicles. Congratulations. Thank you, presenters, for doing us this set of honors. I'll have 2 more lovely people step up. I'd like to invite Tarun Sinha, General Manager, India of OLX People. And Dr. GP Rao. Sanjay Chandel, the Senior VP HR for SterlingCheck.com. Sonal Kalamkar, the HR Business Partner for Radius Developers. Jaiman Anthony, the Head of HR India Region of ESAB India.
Like every year, this year too, the World HRD Congress was a great success. Dr. R.L. Bhatia emphasized on the trust that the World HRD Congress has built in people's minds.
You see, coronavirus, in spite of it, 800 people showed up. Today, another 600 are going to come. So over 3 days, there should be 2,400 HR leaders in attendance. People have faith. See, when you have built a brand, it's like Economic Times and Times of India. It's a great brand. It's 150-year legacy. So when you build a brand filled with legacy, like the World HRD Congress, you cannot go wrong. Because people know whatever happens, the dates don't change, the venues don't change, and the programs continue. So 15, 16, 17th are sacro-scant dates for anyone to be a part of World HRD Congress.
Overall, conference is very well curated. You get to not only get an Indian experience, but a global experience with HR leaders coming from different countries, from different phase of different, with their own experiences.
There are so many different nationalities, and I think there's a very wide range of topics when it comes to human resources. What I love about the conversations that are happening here is just the balance between topics like mindfulness, emotional intelligence, happiness, and then on the other side you find these conversations about people analytics, artificial intelligence, driving performance through data, and technologies that are helping people be able to achieve a great human resources work environment.
I've been associated with World HRD Congress, Dr. Bhatia, since after 2002-2005. I remember Nehru Center, they started with a small one, and then today we can see what the magic he has created.
This is my first year, and I feel very honored to receive quite an award, as well as given the opportunity to speak. The reason being that I take every network as something that is very critical, because from every network, that's where you build your relationship, you also expand, you broaden your knowledge. At the same time, at the end of the day, networks in future will translate into monetary.